I don't know whether I've always dreamt of being a storyteller, but I was definitely always interested and fascinated by storytelling. So I grew up in a home where there was a lot of storytelling, and my grandmother used to tell a lot of stories, and you'd sit around the fire and we would do like theater plays, write for the school paper. But I think only later I put it into context where I could actually say, oh wow, basically everything that I've ever done or that I was really interested in ever was really had to do with storytelling, and I'm actually so grateful that I was able to actually find that and pursue this, and it's my passion and I can't imagine doing anything else. The first film I ever watched was The Never Ending Story. Must have been 6 or 7 or so. And what this movie did, it just captivated me. It was so enchanting. It was like this world that was just so amazing. And during those 2 hours that I watched this movie, I was just living in this world with them where turtles could talk and you had all these flying creatures, and it definitely sparked with me a love for films. So it definitely did that. And now if I look back at it, I'm definitely like, hey, if it wasn't for that particular film, if that film didn't have this magical effect on me, I probably wouldn't be doing this. Oh, the first film I ever directed, it was called Tulila's Fate. It was a student film actually, and it was, I wrote the screenplay at the time. I didn't think I was going to direct it because at the time I didn't have any experience whatsoever, and I ended up directing it. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. It taught me a lot. It taught me about what to expect from the film industry, and I think that movie definitely prepared me because everything that could possibly go wrong went wrong. But I loved every minute of it. It was just so inspiring, and just the whole process of creating a film was just something that I could I got it, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, I can see myself doing this. Yeah, so that's really how my love for film was cemented. Being an Africa First recipient in 2011 was an incredible honor. I was number one, tremendously thrilled. I remember Keisha called me, it was quite late in the evening, and she's like, hi, this is Keisha from Africa First. And I was just like, Previous recipients of the Africa First have really gone on to make some incredible films, and I think for me it was just important to actually, to be part of such a program. And I think for the longest time filmmaking has been something that a lot of men have been doing, and I think only more in recent years women have really been coming out. And so obviously to get a recognition, I think also as a woman and as an African woman and as a Namibian woman, I was just very glad and very happy, and also to represent Namibia because it was the first time that Namibian person was selected for Africa First programs. I think my stories are about a little bit of everything, about life, I would like to say. I'm very interested in exploring the human psyche, human behavior, why we do certain things, why we are the way we are. But at the same time, I also want to tell stories that, that are about hope, that are about strength, that are about us being better people, about us inspiring one another. Being born in Namibia and being an African woman, I also find that it's important for me to be able to tell stories that are about women, that are about African women. What is our place in society? Where do we want to go? How do we view ourselves? And being given this voice, I really do want to portray women the way I know them. You know what I mean? Like the women who are my aunties, who are my friends, who are my cousins. They are the people that are around me. These are the people that inspire me. So for me, it's really important that I'm able to create realistic and real characters. My growth as a director has really come from experience, from meeting a lot of people who were willing to sacrifice their time to teach me, to talk to me, to mentor me, to empower me, to give me opportunities and chances. For the most part, it's a lot of trial and error. You go to set the first time and you think, or rather you pretend like you know everything, and obviously through the process there's a lot of things that you learn. But I think you learn a lot too by making mistakes and not being afraid to own up and saying, oh, I don't know this. Spoken word is my heart. It's really something that I've been doing for the longest time, and I'm really, really passionate about it. And basically it was about encouraging artists, like, you know, those undercover writers to come out and to perform the stuff on the stage, you know, and to provide them with an audience and a platform to do so. All the proceeds from these shows go to One Love, and One Love is a charity arm of Spoken Word, which basically supports school-going children who, you know, are from underprivileged backgrounds, are not able to afford all the fees, and so One Love basically pays the school fees and supports them with like school uniforms and books and all of that. Right now we're funding about 17 kids from like Windhoek and Walvis Bay, so it's just an incredible kind of feeling to know that, you know, you're doing something to help other people grow and uplift them. My biggest life lesson has to be never to give up on your dreams, never to give up on yourself, to not be afraid of who you are, because a lot of people know in their hearts what it is they want to do, but they don't pursue it because of, you know, whether it's fear, whether it's economical stability or whatever, and they never actually get to live their dream. And I think for me it was just one of those things where I was just like, I don't want to give up on my dream. I don't want to give up on being able to do what I was born to do and to do what makes me happy. I think sometimes women don't even understand their own value. They don't even understand who they've been made to be. I'm like, you know, I want to shake them like, do you know that you're a beautiful woman? Do you know the strength that is inside of you? Do you know what you're able to give this, you know, nation? And I think what's important is that they just rise above any circumstances and just know who they are, and to shine their light and to really just celebrate themselves as women.